Well, we got some fashion today.
If wearing a button-up shirt is fashion, then I'm the most fashionable dude on the planet.
I mean, it's kind of my definition too. Like if I got a button-up on, you better watch out. I'm about to impress.
Yeah, that's right. I'm here to do big things. Because the alternative to a button-up is a t-shirt, and that means that I'm not here to do big things. I'm just here to be myself. I come to work at Mirai, which it used to just be like, I just live here. Yeah. Like stumble out of the house. Now I come to work, I actually, probably dress more professionally than I used to.
Right.
Which I think is hilarious. That's probably the greatest outcome of this whole thing is I don't look like such a freaking bonsai slob.
Well, I mean, the tree comes first. Let the tree guide the process. Let the tree guide the process of your fashion. Makes sense to me. Just like you want the tree to be the focus. You're not a kusamono,
Oh, wow. Interesting. Interesting. You're not a kusamono. No pun intended and no derogatory intention either.
No. Yeah. So, yeah, how's your Monday been going?
Monday?
From one camera to another?
You know what? I was on the verge of a panic attack this morning coming to work. First time in my life I've felt that kind of overwhelming anxiety. I pulled up before the plane hit the ground. It was good.
Nice.
Yeah. So I was proud of that.
Is it a delay or you feel like you're fully back on track and stabilized?
Well, Adam and I made a lot of progress this weekend. Adam's here. He's hiding in the corner because he's scared of the camera.
Adam, say hi.
Even though he can't escape that, he's now
trying to escape work, but it's difficult.
He's now been in front of many cameras, so.
Yeah.
And he's been on the podcast. Gotcha. No, but we were here this weekend and we rocked out. Absolutely rocked out. Repotting is so spectacular. It almost causes a little bit of like creative mania for me because you just see things change so incredibly, with such incredible fortuitousness. Is that a word?
Say it 5 different ways and then that's the version I'll put in the edit.
Such fortuitous change. Fortuitous change. Repotting is fantastic because there's such fortuitous change. There it is. Got it. Yeah. Ha! Like wiring and pruning a tree and doing all that, that's exciting and all, but nothing compares to putting a tree in the vessel because that's the moment it becomes a bonsai. Sphagnum soil right into this area. Don't worry about covering up the rebark. Push it in here, but where we really intermix it is right here. Because you tuck it in around those edges. Now the sphagnum gets caught to try and get moss occupation as quickly as possible. Who would have ever thought that one of the most valuable tools in bonsai was a hemp brush? Boom. Boom.
Do you have a favorite brush?
This one, right here.
That is your favorite one?
That one right there. Boom. See that?
What makes it your favorite?
Oh, just the width, the firmness, the length, the size. I love it. Adam and I were geeking out yesterday as we were repotting about how electrifying the harnessing of technique becomes in the bonsai practice.
What's an example? I
mean, I would say getting this tree locked into this stone with 3 points and not a single solid piece of root.
Yeah, that says something.
That was better than any cup of coffee this morning. feel like I won the lottery. And when you get to do that a few times a day, it causes that manic upswing of excitement. You know what it is? More than anything, satisfaction. And satisfaction, like, oh, I ate a big piece of cake, I'm satisfied. No, it's not like that, right? It's satisfaction like, hot diggity damn. That just happened, and we made that. We made that. It didn't look like that before, now it looks like that. And that was hard, and it was time consumptive, and it was rewarding, very rewarding. As I've progressed in my bonsai skill as an apprentice, as well as a professional post-apprenticeship, because I've learned so much more after being an apprentice than I ever learned during my apprenticeship. Those moments of satisfaction have become what propel the willingness and ability to continue doing bonsai, because bonsai honestly is a very sacrificial, demanding endeavor. The fuel to want to do this constantly, I mean, we all get it, otherwise we wouldn't be doing it, period. But to to do it professionally, to have your livelihood cling in the balance of success with bonsai is to say that you really have to like something about it. For me, it's the sensation. And it makes me strive to continue to enhance my technique, push my aesthetic, because I'm always chasing that next generation of that sensation. I'm chasing the next high.
Aren't we all though?
Oh man, I tell you what.
So what's the plan for the rest of this week, Ryan?
You're looking at it. The plan is repot until you can hardly stand it, and then repot some more. There is no like option because we are so far behind. Quite a bit of stress. I feel like I communicate that every week, but it gets worse every week. So now there's even more stress. Big twister got repotted last week successfully. That was super gnarly and also wonderful to have behind us. Number one right here is almost out of the pot. That is today after this bristlecone project. And then we have, you know, a never-ending lineup. Naka's sitting here waiting for a pot to come in. This is the song that never ends. This stone was created by lava flowing through sand thousands of years ago for this moment right here. For this moment. I only have 200 more. Let's find the Nabari on this. In between big repots, like the bristlecone moving into number one, it's always nice to like bolster your spirits with like a less intense repot, you know, just it's so you do one of these light guys, have some success, you're like, oh, repotting's not so bad, this is pretty easy, and then you go for another 4 to 5 hour chunk.
What's up, Troy, my boy?
Not much. I was hoping you'd come by and talk to me when we were doing all that sifting today.
All right, yeah, I actually ended up doing quite a bit of work in the studio.
I was going to tell you that contrary to popular belief, there's sifting akadama and COVID have something in common.
What's that?
You should always wear a mask.
I'm definitely gonna put that in, and we'll wait to read the comments.
Oh, okay.
We'll wait to delete the comments on YouTube.
It's a good thing you gave me a break because this thing has taken us pretty much all day. 3 hours to get it out of the pot in total. Quite a few hours spent working the roots. Everybody says you can't put a tree in an internal lipped container, and I would officially say it's not that you can't, it's just that you don't want to. No, I love this container. Ron Lang and I's first collaboration. This tree really set the tone.
Do you remember the first time you touched this tree?
I do. First time I touched this tree was at Randy's house. I was still apprenticing in Japan. We go way back. Number one and I go way, way back. It was in a dilapidated wood box. Randy said, is there anything you can do with this tree? I mean, it's okay, but you know, like, it's not that great. And at that time, Randy had Big Blue. So he let me buy this from him. And I just thought, that seems like an awfully spectacular tree for the best collector in the world to not think it's all that good. But that was fortunate for me. I put it into its original pot just because the box was breaking down at a completely wrong position. Didn't know what I was going to do with it, let it gain health for a year. I was standing up on my deck looking down at the garden, and I saw the current angle that it's designed at, looking down on it from the deck. And that started this whole trend of utilizing deadwood outside of the container in more dramatic ways, and I am a huge fan of what it has led to in terms of embracing the wildness of our native North American trees. Next 10 years, more to come. Got it. Just tell me if I don't see something. Rolling up on that date too. April 15th, closing date of this here property outside of Portland, Oregon. Only the beginning. I feel mentally exhausted. No, I really do. I thought so long and hard about repotting number 1. I wore myself out. We bought new commas just to do number 1. And let me tell you something. Without that bad boy right there, there was not a prayer. Not a stinking prayer. We've used them so much that we actually broke the metal out of them and re-serrated the edge. I'm so glad that that went well, that tree. Okay.
Until next time.
Mondays at Mirai. Until next time. That's right.
Nice work.
Thanks,
Nice work
Josh.
today, huh?
Thanks, Josh. Good job.
I'm witnessing it. That's my, actually is kind of, that is my job. Witness Ryan was.
That's true. And Troy.
And Troy.
And Kaufman. Kaufman head shearing. Our cover's been blown. The world now knows. Shit. Shit. Bonsai really is that easy. We've been fooling you all along. Until next time.
Did I just clean this up this morning?
What?
Did I just clean this up this morning?
I'm sorry.
Jeez.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Ryan, make a freaking mess again.
Huge mess. That's okay, we'll get Kaufman to take care of it tomorrow morning.